Most of the time, in my experience, when I ask, is that true? My honest answer is, I don't really know. I just made an assumption. I don't usually have to go on to the second question. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm really certain of my conclusion about what this means, what it is and what it means. And is it true? Yes, it's true. I know it's true. What evidence do you have to support that position, Ray? Well, I have the evidence of suspicion, of assuming that the worst has happened. So that's not really evidence at all. So I don't really know what it means. Let's move on. Question number 2, step 2 of the 7-step reality mapping technique. What advantages does this provide? How can I use it? This one is tough for people because most of us really want to respond to this by saying there are no advantages to this situation. When I got my diagnosis, that was my initial thought. There's no advantage to this. How can I use it? I can't use it. Are you nuts? Oh, but I was so wrong about that. Again, just to dip into my personal experience because it's the one I know best. It's not because I like talking about this a lot, but it's my experience, my highest level experience with these principles. So I'm sharing it with you. What advantages does my diagnosis provide, and how can I use it? Now, you have to be careful with this because you don't want to use this second step as a way to hang on to something you could eventually get rid of. Like I believe I can either completely get rid of Parkinson's or I can mediate the symptoms to a degree that I can just sort of mute them for the rest of my life. But it would be possible for me to ask, what advantages does this provide? And realize if I don't take my medicine and I look feeble, people will feel sorry for me and I get some kind of collateral benefit from my suffering. I get lots of attention and love and care. And what I don't know is probably behind my back, I'll be getting lots of resentment and irritation and eye rolling and, oh my God, can this guy ever stop talking about that stuff? So it's very easy to use the what advantages does this provide as a way into victimhood. Do not do that. So in my case, what advantages does this provide? It provides me the advantage of understanding the emotional and psychological problems that people with a diagnosis like this face. And our world is full of people who've been diagnosed with degenerative, progressive diseases that they feel powerless to change the outcome or the process. So I have some understanding and empathy for those people. It gives me more empathy for other people in general because I don't know what other people are facing, what problems they have, but I know everybody does have some problem I don't know about. How can I use this? I can use it to employ my newfound empathy to help people more quickly, more radically, more willingly, more joyfully. I can use it to realize I just need to slow down and not do so much all the time, which was never good for me even before I had the diagnosis. I can use it to realize it's time to use the tools I have at my disposal to eliminate stress, anxiety, and depression from my life as much as possible. And I've got tools, not drugs, but behaviors, actions, things that I can do involving exercise and diet and my thought life and my meditative practices. All these tools that I knew in the past, I can use this diagnosis as a lever to get myself to actually employ those things. I can use it as a way to give myself a sense of urgency about needing to get my life's work done, to get further down the path, to stop thinking about someday, because I realize someday has now got a ticking countdown clock on it. And I don't know when the alarm goes off. So I've got to hustle in a relaxed sort of way. So what you should be doing as we go through these 7 steps is pausing between each step and getting out your journal and writing your answer to the questions. And I would encourage you to write with intensity, with emotion, with unbridled Honest